the plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soirée. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Centrian.
Do you fear taking a bath?
Give this man some wine!
You must throw off the manacles. You must throw off the manacles. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition. Color it. You must throw off the manacles. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
No.
This is
Perhaps,
definitely
yes.
done. Let's go.
No, I
Your
don't know.
greetings, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor. What else will they think of? If they can't agree, they need to cut the line. Let's try.
must throw off the manacles of form. Venture.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Colorless public shadows, decorations, and the nature of existence.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Discover your artistic good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you
Drop them in the side, grab a different touch. Quite the note. Splendid. The sky over Toussaint.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Yellow. Why should I inspire?
It's obvious.
Drop them in the pale. A different Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array. I got it! It's the Sorito!
It's not a landscape of strength. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all ice.
come, let's look in the alcoves. Greetings, Witcher.
Scarlet crimson oxblood. Nice lips. Full sensual parted lips.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine.
Position takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
It's like the Great Flood. The Great Flood.
How fares your health, sir?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ah, how beautiful.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Come, let's look in the alcoves.
Because the right cuff seems somewhat tired.
Take care.
It's fine. Relax. Master Bouveau
Why?
is a generous patron.
Breakfast of champions.
Look, landlords. They say
give it a
the
try.
whistle brings good luck. Never suspected you believed in such things.
This painting, it's very...
Do you know my favorite? It's Geralt of Rivia.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but
Such talent. Exceptional, truly. Would I ever love to meet him?
do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all